Time for tonight's big number. Federal tax rates. We're not talking state and local here, of course, but they're at an historic low. The federal rates are. If you measure taxes as a share of the economy, when was the last time federal taxes were this low? 1950. That's right. Americans are paying less in federal taxes now as a percentage of the economy than in 1950, 60 years ago. That's tonight's historic big number, although nobody seems to be feeling it.
Now, let's take a look at what's really going on with taxes. That's what I love doing this show, because I get to give you the real facts. For the third year in a row, Americans are paying less in federal taxes than they did under George W. Bush. Pause. Did you get that? You're paying less taxes under Obama than Bush. Income tax payments this year will be almost 13% lower than in 2008. Corporate taxes will be down by a third. In fact, as a percentage of the economy, taxes are at their lowest level since, wait for it, 1950. I don't know if you know this, but that was 61 years ago. And taxes over the past couple of decades are nothing compared to what they were throughout most of the 20th century. Today, the top marginal tax rate in America is 35%. Now, let's put that in some sort of historical perspective. In 1944, the top tax rate was 94%, and it stayed at 91% or higher for a 13-year stretch from 1950 to 1963. Now, remember, those are the years that a lot of people, including the conservatives, believe were the golden age of America. Now, even by the time Ronald Reagan was elected, the top tax rate was still at 70%. Now, am I saying that I want taxes to be at 70% or 94%? No, I'm not saying that. Look, it hurts me to pay taxes, too. It hurts everybody. Nobody likes to do it, but we need some sort of balance here. We can't be at a 61-year low, and we also can't be at 94%. But they don't listen to reason. They're like, no, cut it, cut it. We're at record low. Should we stop cutting now? No, cut it. Okay, come on. Balance the reason. Balance the reason. That's what we try to explain on this show. It hasn't gotten through the ratings yet, but we're going to keep trying.
This is the story that has me fired up tonight. We lead it off just reminding you, don't ever let any Republican lie to you about President Obama. He is not a tax and spend liberal. Income tax payments are at a 60-year low, and conservatives won't give President Obama an ounce of credit, any credit at all. See, they want to defeat him. The Republicans have created a tax narrative around this president right from the beginning.
He's hiding his real agenda of redistributing your hard-earned money.
The American people are asking the question, where are the jobs? They're not raising their hand and asking the question, can I pay higher taxes?
I think it is outrageous to suggest that raising taxes in the middle of a recession is a good idea.
Raising taxes on the people who create jobs kills jobs, and the American people know it, even if the president doesn't.
He really believes that it's his job to return the nation's wealth to its rightful, quote-unquote, rightful owners. And that means that he believes the people who have wealth have stolen it. From those who have no wealth, it's been unfairly achieved and accrued, and it's his job to take it and redistribute it.
So, do you think they're all on the same page? Let's see. I started out saying that tax payments are at a 60-year low in this country. It's the age of sacrifice, and we just don't want to make any sacrifices. What those folks were saying right there, nothing could be further from the truth. Conservatives, listen very closely. For the third year in a row, Americans will be paying less in taxes. 2010 federal revenues were 14% smaller than in 2008. Individual income tax revenues were 27% less in 2010 than in 2001, the first year of the Bush administration. Now, individual income taxes as a percentage GDP have dropped from 9.7% in 2001 to 6.2% in 2010. Folks, that's a 36% drop. Numbers haven't been that low since World War II. Now, to be fair, many of those numbers really are low due to the economy and the recovery. and the record job losses that we've seen in this country. But President Obama has also made a habit out of cutting taxes, just what they've wanted all along. The president